Oh, hey guys, okay. Now there are people here. Sorry, I was just waiting. Yes, I was chopping so many people up. Can you guys hear me okay? Need a confirmation. Yes, no. Can you hear me? Somebody tell me if you can hear me. Okay, good. Alright. Just needed to make sure of that. So, I'm just going to get started so that we can get to some chat questions, because I do have to answer everyone that sent me something on Twitter first, because I said that I was going to do this probably a couple months ago, and I just didn't do it. So that's not fair now, is it? So we're just going to go over to Twitter now and start getting the questions from the hashtag. And you can still ask questions on the hashtag if you don't want to wait, but I will get to the chat, don't worry. And everyone can see the image. Want to confirm that too. It should say live Q&A, 3 steps. Everyone can see that. Just want to make sure. So I really have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. So we're going to start with April Jones. She asked, how do your family and friends in real life support you or feel about you being this awesome ass YouTuber? So my parents don't really know that I do this. I don't really tell them. My mom thinks I'm weird, I'm pretty sure, when I'm like, hey, can I just like go in your closet really quick? I need to record a story. And she's like, yeah, whatever. So that's she just kind of thinks I'm weird. My boyfriend is really supportive, and all of my friends are really supportive, so I guess I can't complain. Do I sound like I'm crying right now, Skip? I really don't think so. I'm fine. A lot of people always say that I sound like I'm crying, but I don't. I don't know. I guess that's just how I sound. Jared asks on Twitter, what's your favorite pet, a cat or a dog? I like both. I can't really choose. I currently have a cat. My dog passed away a number of years ago, but now I currently have a cat. His name is Bimo, and I love him very much. Darkwolf Spain on Twitter, he says, hey BB, you suck. Thanks, buddy. Lily C Nation asked on Twitter, yes, Skip, you tricked me. You tricked me. Look at you. Lily C Nation asked on Twitter, do you ever have way too many collabs going on, and how do you handle it? How do I narrate if I can't even speak? Yes, sometimes I do get a lot of collabs, and it's kind of crazy because I already don't have a lot of time to record and edit because of my work schedule and like the way my life works at home. So it does get kind of overwhelming, like, oh my gosh, like I can't even get my own stuff done. How am I going to get stuff done for everyone else? I kind of just pull all-nighters. I don't really handle it well, so maybe you shouldn't take this advice. But I kind of I'll pull all-nighters. I'll record in my car because my microphone is portable, so I'll go in my car and I'll record stories in there, so I kind of get a little one-up on things. And I just make sure that I get the stuff to them. If someone asks me for a collab and their due date is something that I can't realistically make, like if they're like, oh, well, you know what, I need it in 3 days, I'll have to turn them down just because I usually can't even get my own stuff done in 3 days. It's nothing against them. It's not like I don't want to. It's just, I just can't, and I don't want to disappoint them by not giving them a product. I'd rather just let them know that I can't do it honestly, and hopefully that we can work together again in the future. CC's World on Twitter asked, "Where did you hide the body?" And I can't tell you that live, buddy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Rainer Lewington on Twitter asks, how often do you feel overloaded with the amount of stories and projects you receive? It actually happens a lot just because of the way that I am. I'm just like, oh no, I have all this stuff going on, and I always think that I don't have enough time, and I psych myself up when really it's not actually that way. So, I mean, I feel overloaded a lot, but I make it work, and I just calm myself down and keep moving on. Lord Insidious on Twitter asked, how did you become a YouTuber, and do you like being a YouTuber? I actually became a regular YouTuber. I guess you could consider like just normal videos before I started doing anything horror related. I was just seeing people like make videos about their life and like these silly things, and like, well, I could do that. Like, why don't I just do that? So I just decided to start a channel. And after I started that channel, I actually found that there was I always loved to like read stories to my friend, and I guess read what you would consider scary stories or creepypastas to my friends. And I was like, there's a market for like that. People actually want to hear this. Like, why don't I just do that? So on my Halloween special on my main channel, I was like, let me read some stories. I'm going to do that for the month of October. And I wound up really liking it and wound up making a second channel for it, which is this that you see here. So that's how that came about. Dreamer Jen is the MVP, honestly. She is very supportive of everyone in the community, and so is Lord Insidious, I have to say. Very supportive. Dreamer Jen on Twitter asks, what scares you? What is the most unsettling story you've ever read that you have narrated? And are you ticklish? So let me start with number 1. What scares you? I don't really know. Like, yes, of course things scare me, but now I'm put on the spot and I can't think of anything. I guess. Honestly, losing a limb or a body part really scares me. Like, that's something I think about all the time. That really scares me, to be honest with you. The most unsettling story I've read that I have narrated. The one today, actually, that just came out today, Skin and Bone. Sorry if you heard that ding. Why? Anyway, yes, the one that I narrated today, Skin and Bone Don't Fold Like Paper. That's actually a pretty unsettling story. If you guys want to check that out, I think that one takes the cake. And also, back in my earlier days, Death at 423 Stockholm Street. That story gets me every time. Every time I read it, that story gets me. I'm probably actually going to redo that one day, now that I've kind of improved in my skills a little bit. But Skin and Bone Don't Fold Like Paper and Death at 423 Stockholm Street. 2 most unsettling stories, I think. Oh my gosh, you know what? No, I take that back. The first story that I ever narrated, it's called This Needs to Stop with the beeping. I'm sorry if you guys hear that. The first one that I ever narrated, Autopilot. That story, you don't think it's going to be disturbing at all. You listen to it, and you're like, yo, what's going on? This isn't scary. And then the end, oh my gosh, it hits you, especially if you have children. That story is pretty unsettling. And am I ticklish? Yes, I am. Please don't do it. I'll cry. I just want to take a moment to say hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, everyone. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just answering the Twitter questions first. And no, Carrie, that's not a piano. My Facebook notifications are all of a sudden making noise for some reason. And that's really, like, they never did before I decided to do this stream. And now they're making noises, which is very convenient. Anyway, the horrific narrator asked, how did you get used to narrating horror stories, and do you use yourself Oh my gosh, I'm going to start over. The horrific narrator asked, how did you get used to narrating horror stories? And did you see, and did you, oh, why can't I see, how do I narrate horror stories? Can I even speak? See, how do I do this? This is what happens when I narrate, guys. I say words that aren't English, and that's what happens there. So that was embarrassing. Moving on, trying this again for the third time. The horrific narrator asks, how did you get used to narrating horror stories? And do you see yourself narrating stories in the future? I actually got used to narrating stories is because me and this one friend that I have in real life, we would always sit when we would hang out, and we would just sit and like read. If you follow Sixpence on Tumblr, she has I think it's a she, has a bunch, just like posts a bunch of scary stories, and they're all like really good. And we would just sit and read them to each other, and that's kind of how I got into it. So I guess that was good practice. And it's just live readings, like if you ever go on a stream or just read out loud in general, it really helps you because you don't feel as much pressure. Like, don't turn the mic on, just like take a moment, read the story out loud, and see how it goes. And I do see myself doing this into the future. I'm really enjoying it, and I've honestly never been happier. Like, I've never technically been good at anything, and I guess I can be considered pretty decent at narrating stories. So it's kind of cool for me, and I'm really excited. And let's move on to Horror with Heidi asks, can I spell your acronym with an extra B at the end? Yes, of course you can. Dark Wolf Spain asks again, how do I shot web? How do I shoot web? I don't know, dude. That sounds like something you're going to have to figure out. And we're up to Kerry, who I saw in the chat. She gave me a list, so get ready, guys. Generic question number 1. What inspired you to get into horror narration? We all know your other channel. Why horror narration? Like I said a couple times, I would just read stories with my friends, and I don't know if that's weird, but that's what we would do. And I just really enjoyed doing it. And the one particular friend that I would do this with, she said to me, she's like, wow, when you were reading that to me, I really felt like I was in the story. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, cool, I guess. Thank you. So her kind of saying that really, like, made me think about it. And don't be sorry, Carrie. Don't be sorry. Generic question number 2. Obligatory request for favorite music and movies. Be specific. I like everything is not acceptable. Favorite music. I really like metal music, to be honest with you. I mostly listen to metal, and I guess rock in general. My favorite band, however, is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I have 2 Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoos. I have seen them in like a couple of different states. I saw them 3 times in a week just this year, back in February. 3 times in a week. Went to every show that was in my state. And I will be seeing them again in September. So, Red Hot Chili Peppers, hands down, my favorite band. My favorite movie, or movies, I really love anything Hayao Miyazaki, Studio Ghibli, all that kind of stuff. My favorite movie is Spirited Away. When it came out, I watched it literally every day for a week. Like, I bought the movie, and every night for 7 days straight, I came home and watched it. So that is definitely my favorite movie. Question number 3 from Kerry. How do you personally compete in this oversaturated market? What do you think makes you different? I don't really know. I don't feel like I'm all that special. I don't know if this is going to be weird to say or people are going to take it the wrong way, but I think just being a girl kind of makes it a little bit different because there's no denying that most of the people in this community are male. So kind of when you're a girl doing this, it makes you a little different. And I also try and make my videos a little bit interesting. I know that some people don't really come for the video aspect. They're coming to listen to a story, but I try and put a little extra effort into my videos so that people get a little something something if they're watching it. And I try and pick stories that I generally love. Like, I'm not going to do a story just to do a story. I try and do stories that make me personally feel something, so that hopefully when the listener is listening to it, that they also can like feel the same thing and like get really into it. And I try and put a lot of emotion into my stories, hence why people always think that I sound like I'm crying, I guess. I get that all the time. Oh my gosh, are you okay? Why are you crying? But I'm not crying. I'm fine, guys. But I try and put myself like really in the character's shoes. Like, they wouldn't be laughing in that situation. They wouldn't be happy. They would be really scared and maybe want to cry. So I kind of get really into it. And I guess this kind of leads into number 4. Tell the truth. How much harder is it being a girl in this community? I haven't really experienced any particular hardships. I know that a lot of people just prefer a male voice, but a lot of people have complimented me or for like being a girl, be like, oh, I honestly like girl voices better. So I haven't really particularly experienced anything hard about it necessarily. I think it's just hard being a YouTuber in general nowadays. Like, YouTube itself is oversaturated, and then usually the communities you pick to join are oversaturated. So you just have to keep working hard and just be yourself and do what you got to do. And yeah. And Carrie, if you're still down there in the comments, I'm going to need you to clear this question up for me. We know about your S, but how about your A-L? I'm sorry, girl. I don't know what that means. So if you're in the comments, please help me out, and I'll get back to that one. And so moving on to number 6 from Carrie. What is your non-YouTube job? So my non-YouTube job, I actually take care of an autistic adult. I go to his home, and I take care of him. And we go to the movies, we go to the park, we do whatever he wants to do. And I've been with him for 5 years, and I love him, honestly. I think that even if I could do YouTube as my main job, I would still do what I do, because I really love it. Thank you, Carrie. So number 5, age, sex, location. So we're going backwards a little bit. I am obviously a girl. I am 20. I will be 27 July 4th, and I am from New York. And now jumping ahead to number 7. Do you know how much better you are than many other female narrators? I think you do, but you don't want to admit it. I don't think I'm better than anybody else, not at all. There's so many talented female narrators that are definitely so much better than me. And no. Do you have any hobbies outside of the internet? See, I'm going to say not really. This is pretty much my hobby. And another reason why I kind of started doing this is because I didn't have any hobbies. So I started doing this because I was like, I need to do something because I do nothing with my life, and I need to get on that. What's my favorite meme? I really like the Kermit memes, and sorry, my boyfriend just walked in the room and totally made me lose my train of thought. I really like the Kermit memes. I think those are funny. I don't really have a particular favorite one. If I find one, I'm just like, yeah, this one. I kind of like go with all the meme trends and see what's going on. Who are your favorite YouTubers? This is number 10, and this is the last one from Carrie. Who are your favorite YouTubers, horror channels, and non-horror channels? My favorite YouTuber of all time is Jenna Marbles. I don't care how cliche that is. I have watched her since the beginning and basically have grown up with her because we're pretty close in age. So I absolutely love her. I went to playlist live, and she was there, and I didn't get to meet her, and my soul was crushed a little bit. Also, like her boyfriend, he has a channel. I like him, Julian Solomita, Graveyard Girl, and horror channels. Actually, the first channel I ever found here was Southern Cannibal. So he's like OG. He's like, when Graveyard Girl shouted him out, I checked him out, and then I found the whole horror community. I like him, Mr. Nightmare, Corpse Husband, Bebusta, Unit 522. I can go on and on for days about all the horror channels that I like. I'm if you are subscribed to me, or if you even talk to me, I am subscribed to you, and I try and watch your stuff. So I am all up in it. Everybody. I am so awkward, guys. I'm sorry. Please, don't unsubscribe because of my awkwardness. Synthetic Alien asks, do you believe in aliens, and are you familiar with SCPs? I do believe in aliens. Don't even get me started about outer space. I will freak out. I love outer space so much. And I am familiar with SCPs. I've heard of them, but I'm not really that familiar. Like, I know what they are, but I couldn't really talk to you about it. So that is it for Twitter as far as I see right now. So if you guys want to... Oh, wait. Oh, my gosh. Got more. Oh, hello, guys. How are you? So Zach Wizardman asks, you're cool. Could you link my channel in the description? Lol, JK, what's your favorite color? My favorite color is blue, in case you couldn't tell by all of my blue-themed everything. Shinigami Assassin asks, what is the meaning of death? I don't know, man. Zach Wizardman asked again, how long have you been doing YouTube? All in all, I've been doing YouTube about over a year, and I've been doing horror narration specifically since November. Shinigami Assassin asks, if someone is technically alive, is it okay to bury them, hypothetically? No. That is terrifying. No, it's not okay at all. Okay, I think that we are done with Twitter for now, so if you guys want to go ahead and start asking questions in the comments. If you already asked one, just go ahead and type it again, because I definitely missed it. So let's see here. Who's gonna be first? Who's gonna pop up? Nope, everyone's having a good day. I really appreciate all of you guys for coming. It's 20 of you, which is astonishing, honestly. That's insane. Favorite anime? Miss Monster asked, favorite anime? Rurouni Kenshin, hands down. Favorite anime, have the box set, have the live actions, have all the movies, have a poster. I had a bunch of t-shirts. I'm surprised he's not tattooed on my body at this point. Love it. Zaku asking if I'm subscribed to you. I'm pretty sure that I am. Would I ever do 9/11 stories? If I can find some, or if someone can help direct me towards some, I would definitely do them, especially since that happened where I'm from, which is wild. And my dad was actually working in the city that day, and he saw one of the towers go down. So I would definitely be interested in doing 9/11 stories. Actually, I have a 9/11 story. It's not really scary, so I'll tell it now really quickly. I was in middle school when 9/11 happened, and my dad worked at an architecture firm in the city. And I guess my mom was concerned that I would hear about it around school and it would get misconstrued. So she asked an aide to come tell me that my dad was okay. But what the aide did is she pulls me out of lunch, and she goes, "Hi, your mom wanted me to pull you and tell you that there was a plane crash in the city." And she goes, like, really slowly, "And your dad is okay." I was like, oh my gosh, lady, you just scared me. Like, what? That wasn't helpful at all. So that's my 9/11 story, personally. Sinister Dog Soul asks, what is your favorite season? I'm going to have to say summer, because I hate being cold, and I'm always cold, like every second of every day. I'm pretty sure that I'm a lizard or something, and I need to be in direct sunlight in order to be warm. So summer is definitely my favorite season. I was in Hawaii a few years ago, and I was cold in Hawaii. I just went to Florida, and I was cold. Like, obviously I have a problem. Zach Wizardman asked, am I subscribed to you? I'm pretty sure that I am, but I will double check. If I am not, I definitely will be after this stream, so don't worry. I did actually, Rectifin asked, did I do the narration for the Christmas challenge for the Amino? I actually, like, it is a thing. Like, I did record it. I just need to put it together. A bunch of people sent me lines, and I've never actually put together lines before, so I'm having a bit of trouble working that out and like getting that all together. And recently my time for everything that I do has severely decreased, and like, you don't understand how actually horrible I feel about that Christmas challenge. I did actually pull through with the Easter challenge though, and I read the winter story, and that's up on my channel, and that actually happened, so I kind of redeemed myself a little bit. Zach, I will fix that after this stream. Favorite Pokemon? Nico Games asks, oh, hi! Hi, Nico! That's my friend. I know him in real life, guys. I know him in real life. My favorite Pokemon is Togepi. Can you say you will not consume me with your best German accent? No. You will not consume me. I sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something horrible. What is my favorite show? April Jones, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to say people's names. April Jones asks, what's your favorite show that you have binge watched on Netflix? I really love Hemlock Grove. If any of you haven't watched Hemlock Grove, it's pretty interesting. I think it's still on there, so you should definitely check that out. I'm really loving Kimmy Schmidt, the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt right now. It's really silly and really stupid, but I love it. It just makes me happy at the end of the day. Carrie asks, have you ever had depression? To tell you, like, honestly, no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure as an angsty teenager that I thought I had depression. Like, quotation marks was like, the world hates me. Hold on one second, guys. I need to plug in my laptop. That would have been devastating. Anyway, no, I honestly don't think I've ever actually had depression. As an angsty teenager, I'm like, I'm so sad, the world hates me, but that I don't think in any way that can be considered actual depression. I know people struggle a lot, and that definitely was not the case with me. So I've never been officially diagnosed with anything, so no, I'm going to say no to that one. And hello to everyone that is just joining. I am now welcoming all chat questions, so feel free to ask whatever you would like to ask in the chat. Zach Wizardman is asking, are you Christian, Catholic, what's your religion, or do you have one? I really currently do not practice anything. I'm not dismissing that there is something out there. I don't know what it is, and I currently am not practicing any sort of religion. Snore Kittle. Oh, I'm going to pronounce this so wrong, buddy. Oh my gosh. Snore Kittleson. I hope I said that right. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Can you speak a second language? I cannot, unfortunately. I know a little bit of Spanish. I know some words in Japanese, but that's about as far as that goes. Spartan, you are not late for the stream. You're just fine. Does pineapple go... Miss Monster asked, does pineapple go on pizza? I've never had it, so I can't say yes or no. The idea of it to me, I'm thinking is kind of gross, but I've never actually eaten it. So I can't tell you. Juiced asked, "What's your favorite horror movie?" OG horror movie? I'm gonna have to say The Sixth Sense, because that movie, I swear, when that movie came out, like, I slept in my parents' room for like a month. That movie scared me so much that I couldn't even handle it. And I've never been actually that scared from a horror movie since. I really love Saw, the Saw series. That was really good. And Sinister was really good. I really enjoyed that one. The Conjuring, all of those have been awesome. And Insidious. Those are some of the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Hey Swamp, what's up, bud? Goose asked if I've heard the word of our Lord. I can't say I really have. No, Nico, I don't speak Japanese. I wish I did. Trust me. Oh, that's April. That's really awesome. I'm glad that we can help you feel better. That's really cool to hear. And yeah, Goose, I've never had pineapple on pizza. Never. Not once in my life. Not once, not never. Spartan asked, "Do you read the Walking Dead comics or just watch the show?" I have never read the comics, and to be honest with you, I haven't really watched the show. Unpopular opinion, I don't think it's interesting. I tried to watch the first 2 seasons, and every time someone would put it on, I would fall asleep. So I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I never really could get into it. Nico Games asks, "Thought on the movie Get Out?" I really liked that movie, actually. That movie is good. Like, don't even listen to what people say. Like, I really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was very well done. Juice asked, "Have you been to Houston for the rodeo?" No, I have never been to Texas, but it is on my list of places to go. Ghost Bloodhound asks, "How tall are you?" I am 5'5". Let's see. Thank you, Skip. Hi, Hitch. I see you. Swamp Dweller asks, "Do you prefer pink or black dragon dildos?" I'm going to have to go with black dragon, for sure. I'm pretty sure you asked me another weird question somewhere, but I don't think you used the hashtag, so I don't know where it is right now. Fear the Great White. I actually don't like mushrooms at all, so I wouldn't put them on my pizza. But everything else, I guess I could try. I guess I'm going to have to try it and get back to you guys now because I can't. Carrie Temporary asks, "Have you ever watched Faces of Death or anything like that? What is your gore threshold?" I used to binge watch Faces of Death. Like, that's what me and my friends would do when we were teenagers. We would just sit and watch Faces of Death. Like, my gore threshold is pretty high. I think what I don't like when things are done to eyeballs. That really bothers me. If you show me something where, like, an eyeball is, like, being cut or, like, spooned out or something, that I cannot do. But anything else is pretty much fair game. Sinister Dark Soul asks, "Do you like bacon?" I do like bacon. Trying to get everybody. Dude, did you really? Dude, you did not have to do that. No way. Come on, bro. I didn't even know I had that on. Thank you. Shout out to Phantom of Darkest, man. He has been my friend, like, literally since the day I started. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, where was I? That really threw me off. Like, oh my god, like, thank you. For those of you who are like listening and have no idea why I'm like, oh my god, thank you. Phantom of Darkness just super chatted me, which is like, I didn't even realize that that was like even on. Like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. He is an amazing friend, and if you are not subscribed to his channel, you definitely should be. Immediately, like right now, go check him out. You didn't ask me anything, bro. Like, come on. You gotta at least ask me something. Tater. Tater said, I would love to stay, but I just dropped some funny substances and I'm about to go in a theater to watch Alien Covenant. I wish you the best of luck with that. Have an awesome time. Stop it, guys. Oh, thank you, Goose. Goose has also been one of my best friends, like, since I started this. He's so supportive and awesome, and you should all go check out his channel, too, and his brother's channel. So, Bump in the Night is his brother, so go check them out, too. And thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry if you hear my family yelling. I'm so sorry.
Good night, Kara, honey.
Good night.
Boy, I can't take boys.
Good night. That was my boyfriend's mom. She said goodnight to me. Swamp said, babe said, wow, that sounds weird to say out loud. Said she won't collab with me anymore because I don't have enough subs. That is a blatant lie because he has more subs than I do. And I've been on his channel like more than I've been on my own channel. Where am I? I'm trying to keep up with everybody. I'm so sorry if I'm missing anyone or going too slow. I think I'm going too slow. Let's see. Hello, everyone. If you're just joining, welcome. Phantom of Darkness. Okay, fine. How do you feel about the donation? I'm honestly shocked, like completely shocked. Like, I think I turned like this on to like see like what it was about, and like I didn't even realize that I still had it. Okay. Thank you guys. I'm shocked and like honored that you guys would want to even do that to me. Like me, I'm a nobody. Like, you don't need to do that. Guys, how do I donate buttons? I'm broke till Friday. You don't have to do that, first of all. But you click that. I guess you click that. Is that how it works, guys? I don't even know how this works. Like, wait, you click the dollar symbol and whatever. Whenever I do a stream, if I have it turned on, you would click the dollar symbol. So don't worry about it. If you're broke, worry about yourself. You're more important. Well, April Jones asked, what's the coolest place you've ever traveled to, or where do you want to go? Actually, almost to the date, 7 years ago, I went to Japan, and it was the best experience of my life, and hands down, I would go back again. I really want to save money and go back. If you ever get a chance, visit Japan. It's really awesome. And if I missed your question, guys, like, just feel free to type it again. I'm trying to keep up. Good night, Ghost Bloodhound. Stop it! No way. Guys, I'm about to turn, I don't even know if I can turn it off, like, midstream. Like, you really don't have to. Thank you. Miss Monster said, sending love, lady love and appreciation your way. Same to you, girl. You should go subscribe to her channel immediately. Immediately. She is awesome. I think you're relatively, she's like just getting into it, relatively new, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't set up a Patreon. Oh, you asking me to set up a Patreon. I don't feel like, the reason why I don't have a Patreon, honestly, it's like I have a job. Like, I have a real life job that gives me money. So, like, I'm doing this because I love it and because I really enjoy doing it. If I happen to make money off of it, that's really awesome. If I don't, that's also fine. Like, I'm still going to, of course, keep making videos. And I don't have a Patreon because I don't know how it works, but I believe, from what I understand, is that you have to give, people something in return or like do secret uploads or early uploads, or like organize some sort of hierarchy of stuff. And it's like, I don't have anything to give you guys. I wouldn't want you guys to just get nothingness. And if I could figure that out one day, or figure out like enough time to actually do an early upload for patrons, or yeah, I would do it. But I really don't feel right at all doing it, because I don't have anything to give back at the moment, and I don't think that I could really schedule myself enough to make sure that that was going on accordingly every week for the people that are being so kind. So that's why I don't have one. And someone asked me what state I'm in. I'm in New York. I saw that fly by. And Sinister Dark Soul said, if you ever make a merch or a shirt or something, I'll buy it. I do want to make shirts, mostly because the design that I want to, my intro, the cat, that's my cat, and I love him a lot. And I think that that's a really sick picture of him, and I want to put that on a shirt. And not only would I want to share the picture of my cat with the world, I also want to wear the shirt. So if I do make a shirt, it's probably going to be something along those lines. Bye, Juice. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. It really means a lot. Maya Jones asked, how long have I had this channel? I have had this channel since November of this year. God, guys. Hitch, thank you so much. This is Hitchhiker. You didn't ask me anything. Like, can you guys at least ask me a question if you're going to do this? Hitchhiker's awesome. He's one of my, like, OG friends, too. And you should go subscribe to his channel immediately. Stop what you're doing. Go check him out. He has been one of my friends, like I said, since the beginning. Really awesome dude. Jose Cuervas asks, is there anybody that you want to do a collab with but haven't been able to yet? I mean, of course, like, typically there's, like, the big people that everyone dreams of collabing with, like Mr. Nightmare and Corpse Husband, Mr. Creepypasta. Like, that would be obviously amazing. But I have worked with a lot of people that I do want to work with, and if I haven't worked with them, I really hope to in the future. Southern Cannibal, I haven't been able to snag you down yet, so if you ever want to work together, I'm totally open to it. But I don't really like to ask people for collabs. If someone approaches me, like, that's really cool, but I'm not going to go around and be like, hey, can I get on your channel? Like, it's not like that. If you want to work with me, like, I'm totally open to it. And I'll work with just about anybody. So, Phantom of Darkness asked, November of this year. Yes, I started my channel November of this year. Wait, November would be November 2016? Is that right? Oh my gosh, the science. Zach, thank you so much. Zach is really awesome. He sent me a couple stories, actually, that were in my subscriber submissions video, and the link to his channel is also there, and you can also subscribe to him right now. Click on his face, and go to his channel, and subscribe. Thank you very much, Zach. I'm sorry that your aunt decided that the cat was more important than you. I'm really sorry. That makes me sad. April Jones says, you need a shirt that says Black Eyed Blondes have more fun. That is an amazing idea. Amazing idea. I'm going to write that down and then give you some sort of credit somehow for that, if that ever happens. Oh my gosh, where am I? Chicken Taco says, babe, your voice is sexy. Thank you. How are you, Chicken Taco? How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a minute. All right, Skip. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Skip also sent me a story in that video, so you should listen to that video. It's my subscriber submission story. Skip's on there. Oh, Skip, that's not a good way to handle that situation. Thanks for subbing to Zach Lily. He's pretty cool. Oh my goodness. So does anyone else have any more questions or anything that they want me to talk about? Are you talking to me, Keely? If you are, I love you too. Thank you for being here. If you're talking to somebody else, I just embarrassed myself. Cats are not evil. Well, actually, okay, they are, because my cat's pretty mean to me, but I love him anyway. Favorite ice cream flavor? I have to say cookie dough. I don't know if that's considered a flavor, but definitely cookie dough. That was from Miss Monster. Hitchhiker asked, shit, I guess I should ask, tacos or pizza? Whoa, that's tough. I'm gonna have to say pizza. Pizza's real OG. Great white tacos would probably... They actually, yeah, I've had mako steaks. I wonder if that would be good in a taco. Everyone tell me your cat's names. My cat's name is Bimo. Like from Adventure Time. He came with that name. And I usually call him like Bimo, Bema. Weird names like that. Carrie Temporary asks, have you ever had any online beef with anyone? Not really. Not much past the point of someone writes a comment and I kind of respond back to them, and then it kind of just dwindles away from there. Miss Monster, did I shout you out for what just happened here? I think. Yes, I did. I did shout you out. I thought I missed you. Okay. Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, I've never really had any online beef with anyone to any great extent. Like maybe a little tiff in the comments section, but beyond that, really nothing. I try and stay out of it. It's not worth it. A lot of the times you don't even know the person. Like you're never probably going to meet them. So it's just not worth your time. Just go about your day and try and be happy. Oh, I'm really glad that I pronounced your name correctly. Keely, is that what I said before? She asked, how tall are you? And thank you for pronouncing my name correctly. So I hope I still just did. And I am 5'5". Jose Cuervas says, how about reading a story with your boyfriend? I actually have an idea about that, so that might be happening if I can snag him into doing it. It's not worth it. Phantom says it's not worth it unless me and you fight. Yeah, that'll be a good one. I don't think I could ever fight you. You're too nice to me. All right. Any other ideas, guys? Any other? Sinister! So, Sinister Dark Soul, right here. I'm going to give like a little bio on anybody that does this. Sinister Dark Soul is like one of the most supportive people I know. And he's awesome. He's a very talented writer. And I believe you also have a channel, so you should go check him out and ask him about his writing. He usually does little poems and stuff on his Twitter, so follow him on Twitter. And he is really supportive and amazing, a great friend. Again, been with me since the very beginning. I think my first stream that I was ever on, I'm pretty sure that he was on there. like OG right here. And he asked, future plans for the channel and keep up the amazing work. Well, thank you. Future plans for my channel. I want to find, first of all, narrating. He sent me a story, so look forward to that. Like, it's on the chopping block. So narrating that. I want to do more longer stuff, like try and do bigger projects and try and find the time. And I just want to find more stories that like really hit home. Who took away Hitch's message? Who took it away? Write it again. Was it bad? I'm not offended by Hitch, so you guys don't have to censor him. It's cool. But yeah, I want to do like more bigger projects, more longer stuff. I have a few story ideas. I have one story that it's one of my favorite stories. I'm not going to say what it is, but you'll know when it comes out. I've been editing it for weeks, and I'm being a complete perfectionist with it. And I need to like, just kind of chill and get it out. But it's one of my favorite stories, and I just want to do it justice as much as possible. Oh my gosh, April, you don't have to. And you keep playing that Candy Crush. Don't worry about it. Did you censor yourself? Like, come on, dude. You don't have to do that. Oh, misspelled words. Okay, as long as I didn't want anyone to censor you. I know sometimes that happens to you, and no, Dark, you didn't. Well, you didn't. I did answer your questions that you sent me on Twitter, Dark Wolf Spain, but you can still ask me a question if you want to ask another one. Someone should pay someone to censor Hitch. Moderate him at all times. Yes, anyone can ask me anything that they want, or suggest a topic they want me to talk about, or whatever. Probably going to keep this going for a little while longer, so you can keep it going as whatever you want. Sorry if I'm like super awkward. I am actually a very awkward person. I mean, I don't know. You can ask. I actually met. Yeah, well, Dark Wolf, I'm saving the stream, so you can go back and watch it later. So don't worry. Yours is kind of in the beginning-ish. Where was I? Oh, saying how awkward I am. Right. There you go. I'm pretty awkward. Like, if you ever met me in person, I don't know, I personally think I'm very awkward. I don't know. But I actually had the pleasure of meeting Celestial Noor and Metal Hellion, so you can ask them if they thought I was awkward, but that was a pretty awesome experience that happened to me recently. Did you mean Playlist Live, Hitch? How was Event Live? Playlist Live? If you're talking about Playlist Live, it was really awesome. I actually had in my brain like a list of all the YouTubers I wanted to see and meet, and I got to meet and talk to almost every single one of them, but Jenna Marbles. Other than that, it was really awesome. The horror community is literally completely not represented at all. So I would hand out I made business cards, and I handed out my business cards, and everyone's like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? So I don't know how VidCon is. I unfortunately am not going to be able to attend VidCon this year. I don't know if the horror community is more represented, but if you're going to VidCon, like, represent hard and like explain to people what you do and try and get the word out there, because people were very confused. And who just asked me that? Lazy Cat asked, will you do more videos of Ghost Caught on Tape with Mr. Deep Web? We actually had talked about it, but we haven't recently, so I'm going to have to get in touch with him. I would like to do more of those. That was a little bit out of my element, but I had a really awesome time doing it. So I would love to do more. Oh, thank you, Sid oh my gosh, I'm going to ruin your name in a minute. Sid Supercidious Creepypastas. Thank you. so much, and you didn't ask me a question. So if you want, please ask me a question in the chat or say something. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Go check him out, see what he's doing. Really awesome. Thank you so much. Hi, Crazy Blonde. What's up? Crazy Blonde and Black Eyed Blonde. Up in here. It's just like this chat is being very respectful compared to my streams. Well, I don't know why that would be. But you guys don't have to. I mean, you guys don't have to be respectful. Like, I'm not easily offended. It's fine. I'm pretty fine with anything. Phantom of Darkness was saying that, yeah, he was also telling a coworker about horror narrations and how they were like, what's that? And yeah, a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people kind of think it's weird when you tell them, oh, I narrate scary stories on Facebook. Hi, being scared. Facebook. Did I just say Facebook? Hello. People think it's weird when you say, oh, I narrate scary stories on YouTube. And especially when you say that sometimes it's not your own stories, you're just narrating stories. And you're like, then kind of you go like, oh, like audiobooks. And people kind of get it a little bit more then, but people literally have no idea. Sid Supercidious Creepypastas asks, do you think I went a bit overboard on my channel name? You know what? No, I don't think so. Once you say it a couple of times, it's really catchy and it's pretty different. So I think people are going to remember it. So keep up the awesome work. Chicken Taco, who is Sexy Miss? So Sinister Dark Soul just said, do you mean my audio quality currently or in general? Because you're talking about my audio quality currently, I'm actually not using a mic at all right now. This is whatever my laptop is doing. Whatever, I guess, microphone is built into the laptop. So I guess that's good to know. But thank you. I appreciate the comment in general. Yeah, I'm still trying to work on my audio. Guys, please tell me how I narrate because I cannot form words at all. Literally not at all. I'm still trying to work on my audio quality, and I'm learning more and more every day. So I hope that it gets better. Carrie asked, when was the last time I got drunk? Actually drunk? Really? Where I was, I guess a couple weeks ago. I drank this week. I'm really bad at drinking. I want to, but it's just if I eat before I drink, then I don't. Or if I don't eat before I drink, then I'm dying. So it's a wild ride. Yeah, I'll drink tequila, Miss Monster, sometimes. I think I just missed a question, so I'm going to go back. Grim Others, who is awesome, by the way, amazing, does amazing work, makes amazing things. We have some stuff in the works. You should definitely check out all of their stuff. Anything you can find, go ahead. And they asked, I don't know if this was asked or answered, but can you tell us the origins of your name? So the origins of my name, completely initially, like I said earlier in the stream, my favorite band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And they have a song called Black Eyed Blonde. And ever since I could have a screen name, that was my screen name. I used that for online everything. And I really always enjoyed it. And it was just meant a lot to me because it was one of the songs from my favorite bands. I'm blonde in real life, so I guess that works. And I kind of always wanted to use it for something important. So when I decided to make this channel, I decided to use it for this. And then also black-eyed kids are a thing, black-eyed children. So that is also part of it. Dark of Spain said my favorite booze, I like Sky Vodka. And I have to get to... Lily, come on, man. You gotta ask a question. I called you man, girl. Ask me a question. That's a requirement. If you're going to use the super chat feature, you have to ask me a question. It's required, or it's going to make me hurt inside. Thank you, Chicken Taco. He said, sorry. Oh my gosh, guys, help me. I can't talk. Chicken Taco said, your audio sounds good for being a laptop mic. Well, thank you. Can you imagine the, bloodbath it is when I'm actually reading stories? I can't say words. And then I'm reading, so I get so frustrated sometimes because I'll say something, I'll read a line, and it's just words come out that aren't even English words. They're in no coherent language. And I'm just like, what am I doing with my life? No, Phantom, that's not true. Don't listen to what Phantom just said. It's not true. You can participate no matter what. Who is your favorite actor or actress? That's from Being Scared. I absolutely am in love with Jared Leto. And I know that's cliche, and I know a lot of people have a lot of things to say about his current portrayal of the Joker, but I love him. If anyone has ever seen the movie Requiem for a Dream, that was the first movie I saw him in. I love that movie. And Jared Leto forever. Actually, on July 22nd of this summer, I will be meeting him for a second time, and hopefully it will be my third time touching him. I'm creepy. Lily C Nation asked, what mic do you use? I use a Zoom H5, and if you want to just do a quick Google search, it's a Zoom H5, and it is a handheld portable microphone. But what is actually really cool about it is that if I wanted to use an XLR mic, it acts as a mixer. So I could plug an XLR mic into it. I actually have the, I think it's AXS P220 XLR mic. I haven't actually used it for narration purposes yet, but I do have it. But my main mic that I'm using right now is a Zoom H5. And the reason I have it is because sometimes I am short for time, gotta record in my car, gotta record somewhere else. So it's good to have it, and it just records onto a SD card. So you just plug it into the computer, upload your file, and you're all set to go. Thank you for monitoring the Twitter, Sinister Dark Soul. I haven't even thought to check, which is horrible of me. But Creepypasta Goblin asked on Twitter, some female narrators say they find it harder to grow than male ones. Have you found that? I actually was asked this a little bit earlier, and I really haven't personally found that it's more difficult, but I really also have nothing to compare it to. What I mean by that is, of course, some people in the community are growing faster than others, but there's so many factors that go into why a channel grows that I personally don't even know, so I can't really... I've been having a pretty, I think, okay go of it. I've had a pretty okay time. I don't really find that I'm having a hard time. I don't really know how fast I could be growing compared to how slow I'm growing or whatever. But that's all I have to say about that. Thank you for monitoring the Twitter, Sinister. I will go give it a quick look, see if I missed anybody else. No, just him. Sorry, bud. Got your question in, though. Thank you for that, Sinister. Too soon, Phantom. He said, I heard Chris Cornell starred in Suicide Club 2. Yes, too soon. Bye, Being Scared. Thank you for stopping by. I don't think I referenced Forrest Gump intentionally. Again, again, if I miss your question, just feel free to type it again. Oh, so Phantom was pointing out, I said that's all I have to say about that. I guess that could be a Forrest Gump reference, but it wasn't intentional. I wish that when you uploaded these streams that the chat like could also get uploaded. I'm sure a lot of people probably don't wish that, but because then it's kind of weird when someone's listening back to the stream and you're talking to people in the chat and there's like certain things that you say that you may have like forgotten to mention who said it, or you just kind of laugh and they're like, oh, what's going on? So I kind of wish that the chat saved too. I'm going to say your channel name again because I'm going to get good at it. Sid Supercidious Creepypasta says, I think your channel is so good because you don't just read a story, you perform it. There's emotion in the narration and not just flat monotone reading. Thank you so much for the lovely compliment. April Jones says that she thinks she's the oldest, 38. I'm 20. I'll be 27, like I said, in July. Sino Studios says you can have the chat appear on screen by streaming. I am streaming that way. How do you do that? Someone's going to have to teach me. Because I barely got this going with the very basic stuff that's happening right now. Crazy Blonde said, Black Eyed Blonde narrates beautifully. Favorite female narrator. Thank you so much. Everybody stay on my stream because me and Swamp are now in Stream Wars because he just started streaming. So now it's Stream Wars. Watch out. Darko Spain asks, you actually give a shit about your narrations? What keeps you going? How do you keep caring about it? I just keep finding stories that I really want, that I like actually just, I want to read this. I want to become those characters. I want to feel what those characters are feeling. And I want to read it. Like, it's just that motivates me, especially when I find a really good story. I'll have to admit, there are some days where I'm not finding stories that make me feel like that, and it's a little hard, but there's always something. And I really enjoy all the friends that I have here that keep me going, and everyone who has subscribed. And it's really all the support that I get from everybody here and all the friends that I've made, like in general, just keep me going. And also the fact that I love to do this, and there's always going to be a reason to continue. Yeah, it was just so you know, everybody, you can like even go on Twitter and go #StreamWars with Swamp. Because he was in here. He knows what's going on. He knows. He's aware. I get too hyped for Stream Wars. Like, even when other people are all streaming at once, like, I'll just be like, Stream Wars, when it's like, it's not even the case. Like, everyone gets along. No one's actually fighting anybody. So what am I even talking about? Swamp Wars would be a good show. Like, think about it. You know, like the people that, like, fight alligators. So, what else, guys? What else is going on? It's so cool to see, like, the large range of ages that are in here. Everyone was just mentioning how old they were. So that's pretty cool. It's, like, so interesting that everyone just kind of gets along, like, no matter how old or young. Sid Supercidious Creepypastas asked, do you write any of the stories you narrate? I always feel it's different if you do your own story since it's your own creation. I actually have 2 original pieces on my channel. The first one is called Monsters Are Real, and the second one is actually pretty recent. It's called The Seconds Between. So those are the only 2 originals I have currently, but I do hope to do more in the future. What happened to Dark Somnium? Phantom said I missed Dark Somnium streams already. Did he go somewhere? Oh, actually, April Jones just reminded me. I actually have 3 originals on my channel. The third one that I didn't just mention being I Heard a Live Kidnapping on the Radio is another original. And that's a true story that actually happened. And I guess I could talk about it now because that's pretty much the weirdest thing that ever happened to me. I was sitting in my car and the radio cuts out. I'm going to tell it like real bad right now. So you should probably listen to the video if you want to hear it actually told decently. But I was sitting in my car and the radio cut out. And it just like comes through the broadcast, someone screaming, "No, let me out, let me out. I don't want to, let me out, I don't want to." And I was like, well, what is this? You know, at first I thought like I'm picking up another signal, like whatever. But I went and I parked my car and this stream, like whatever was coming through the radio didn't stop. And it wasn't at all the radio station that I was listening to. And it was this whole, I have some video footage of it in the actual video. Can I link? I could probably link things for you guys if you want to hear this story told a lot better than I am telling it now. But the stream, like, it didn't stop, and it was this whole entire conversation between 2 people, and it was just like, oh my gosh, like basically this girl asking to be let out, saying that she's upset, asking the guy like not to do this to her. Why is he doing it to her? And it lasted for like a few minutes, and it was really, really strange. So I got some of it on video, but not all of it, because I was trying to be a cool kid and record it on Snapchat, which I shouldn't have done because that didn't work out very well for me. So here's the link to that kidnapping story. And Crazy Blunt asked, how did you get inspired to narrate scary stories? I touched on this a little bit earlier. I would actually sit and read stories with my friend, like my one particular friend, and we would just sit and read like creepypastas and scary stories to each other. And she actually told me, she's like, wow, like when you were reading that to me, I felt like I was really in the story. And like at that moment, I didn't think that that meant anything to me. Obviously, it was a lovely compliment, but I didn't think that I would ever make anything out of her saying that. And when I found out that there was a whole community for horror narrations, I thought back to her telling me that, and I was like, well, you know what, like I think I want to do this. Like if she thinks that, like maybe I can do that for other people. And that's how I started. Carrie's going to Swamp Stream. Calling her out. Sorry if you hear all the background noises. I'm actually probably going to have to end this in a little bit because my boyfriend wants his room back. I pretty much told him to get out so that I could stream. And like all of his family and everything's like getting home from work, and it's going to get real loud in here in a minute, so I think I have to give him his room back. But I appreciate him. Somebody asked me before if my family and stuff is supportive. Like, I think my boyfriend giving up his room is pretty supportive. He was in the middle of playing a video game, and I came in here and was like, gotta stream. And he's like, oh, but I'm playing hockey. And I was like, but I gotta stream. And he's been letting me use his room for the past, I think, hour. I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. Thank you so much, Jen. Jen is awesome, guys. You should follow her on Twitter. She's amazing. Super incredible supporter of the horror community and everything that everyone does. She's really, really awesome. So, Jen, follow her on Twitter. Put your Twitter handle in the comment section so that people can follow you. I mean, there's still time, Dark Wolves. You can still make the chat sexual if you want. It's up to you. The door is quite loud if you're hearing that. What, you disturbed his video game time? Why would you do such a horrible thing? Someone's defending that I disturbed your video game time. He basically did that meme with the blinking eyes. Bye, April. Thank you for stopping by. I love you too. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end this in a little bit, so if you have any last minute topics or last minute questions, please start typing them in now. Yes, everyone, Jen just put her Twitter, so make sure you follow her. She's really awesome. Alright guys, anything else? Anyone have any last minute questions? And for anyone who is just joining or may have missed anything, I will be saving this no matter how awkward it was and how much I stumbled over my words. It's going to be up on my channel forever. So, Hitchhiker asks, what's the next video coming up? I'm not sure. It's either going to be the Ward Part 5 or it's going to be the longer story that I've been working on for way too long that I just need to kind of get over myself and upload. Darkwolf asked, do I know any other languages other than English? I not fluently know. I know some Spanish, some Japanese, but I couldn't go to the country and speak to anybody. Thank you, Gordon, for the compliment. Gordon said, mine is easy. I love your videos, and the stories are more than awesome. Thank you so much for the lovely compliment. Miles F. asks, how old are you, and are you crying? Why does everyone think I'm crying? I am 20. I will be 27 in July, and I am not crying. Do I sound like I'm crying?
Shaky.
Even my boyfriend kind of thinks I sound like I'm crying. I don't know. It's just my voice, I guess. Crazy Blunt asks, how many parts do you think the Ward will be? Currently it is 5, and the author said that they have no plans to stop anytime soon. So right now it's up in the air, but currently it is only 5 parts, so once Part 5 goes up, there won't be any more for probably a little bit longer than usual. And yes, Miles, I'm crying because I ran out of toothpaste. That's incredibly accurate. Thank you so much, Chicken Taco. What's a penis, Darkwolf? What is a penis? Please explain. Is it a butt and a penis mixed together? That sounds awful. Darkwolf asks, cats or dogs? I like both pretty much equally. I currently have a cat though, so I'm gonna have to go with that. Oh, you're come from recommended, Miles. Well, hello and welcome. That's really awesome that I was recommended at all. So that's kind of cool. I didn't even think that happened with my channel. But hello and welcome. I do horror narrations. It is I read creepypastas, scary stories, true scary stories, and all that kind of stuff. I do also have a main channel. If you click on any of my, I guess it's not my main channel anymore because I actually have more subscribers on this channel now, but I have another channel which is regular YouTube stuff where I do unboxings, fashion stuff. I don't know. You're a dude, so I don't know if you'd be interested in any of that, but it's in the description of all of my videos. But Miles, if you like scary stories and anything of that nature, this channel is for you, and you are more than welcome to stay. And I thank you so much for even clicking on it and coming to stop by in the stream. It's much appreciated. Thank you very much, Miles. Miles said that that's awesome for those of you who'll be watching the video later. Yeah, so I have I have a decent amount of videos up now, so if you are interested in all, I can't talk, guys, help me. I narrate stories, but I don't know how to speak. Accurate description of my channel. Not really. All of my stories are narrated just fine, so if you want to check them out, feel free, and I really appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much, Miles. I really appreciate it. Phantom says, I'm eating some Cheetos. If you want to eat them with me, you can. Actually, not a big fan of Cheetos, but thank you for the offer. I would eat Cheetos with you if I liked Cheetos. I like goldfish. Goldfish is a solid snack. Alright guys, thank you all for joining me. I think I'm going to end it here. I really appreciate it. I think we had like a solid 20 people in here the entire time, which is pretty awesome, considering that I basically never do this. So thank you all. I'm sorry for the awkwardness, stumbling over words. I'll get better if I do this more. But thank you all so much, and I will see you guys next time. If you're new, please subscribe, share this with friends, and thank you all so much. And thank you to anybody who donated money. Like, that was, oh my gosh. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, just thank you all so much. If I mentioned anyone in the stream, like, make sure you go and subscribe to them. Because they are so awesome. Everybody's awesome. This community is awesome. And good night, everybody. I don't know how to stop the stream, guys. I don't know how. So it's still going because I don't know how to stop it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I figured it out. Good night for real. Thank you all for stopping by.